All right, so we're going to get started with our first problem of the week. The word problem reads, the Carolina Panthers filled all 75,412 seats at the Bank of America Stadium on Friday night's game. There are 17,342 seats in Section A, 14,219 seats in Section B, 15,290 seats in Section C. The rest of the seats are in Section D. How many seats are in Section D? So if you need it, read it twice. Please read it twice. My class knows I like to tell you to read it thrice, which means read it 3 times if you need to. The main thing you need to realize when you're reading this problem that you're looking for the difference because we're trying to figure out what section D is, and we already have our total, which is 75,412. But we also notice that this is a multi-step problem. So once we figure out what the total of the 3 sections we already have are, then we will move to the next step, which is looking for the difference of the total with the total of our 3 sections, and it will give us the difference will equal up to section D. So let's get started. We're going to go ahead and stack our numbers. We're going to stack section A, section B, and section C. We're going to look for the sum. And we know that 9 plus 2 plus 0 is going to give us 11. Carry our 1. 4 plus 2 is going to give us 6. 6 plus 9 is going to give us 15. Carry a 1. 3 plus 1 is going to give us 4. 4 plus 2 is going to give us 6. 6 plus 2 is going to give us 8. Have nothing to carry over. 7 plus 4 is 11. 5 plus 11 is going to give us what? 16. Carry the 1. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. All right. Now I'm done with my first section. That's part 1. So I have a total, my 3 sections came up to a sum of 46,851. So now I'm going to take my overall total of how many seats the stadium holds and my sum of my 3 sections, which is 46,851. And I'm going to look for the difference. The difference will give me section D, which is what the question is asking about. So 2 minus 1, of course, is 1. Have to go ahead, make that 11 and borrow, make this a 3. 11 minus 5 is going to be 6. Have to borrow. Once again, make that a 4. 8 minus 3 is going to give me 15. It's going to give me 5. I don't think about adding. And then I have to borrow again. Make this into a 6. 14 minus 6 is going to give me 8. And then 6 minus 4 is going to give me 2. So my answer should come up to 28,561. And there it is, your multi-step problem complete.
All right, my friends. This is Miss Yao here, and we're going to take a look at number 2 and number 3. All right, so number 2. Miss Ward had 17 bookshelves, so I'm going to start marking it up as I'm reading. Okay, that are filled with 25 books each. So I have 17 bookshelves, each filled with 25 books. After the book fair, she received 184 more books to add to the Motley Library. And the question asks, how many books does Miss Ward have in all? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually draw a tape diagram to sort of represent this, so I have a better idea of what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to start off. I have 17 bookshelves. All right, so I don't have time to draw 17 individual bookshelves, so I'm going to start off. I'm going to have my ellipses. That tells me that it continues on, and then finish off with 17. So 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth, all the way to 15, 16, 17. And on each shelf, she has 25 books. So I'm going to write 25 to represent each shelf has 25 books. And this would be 25, 25, 25, 25, all the way to the 15th shelf, the 16th shelf, and the 17th shelf. And later she receives more books. She receives 184 more books. So she gets 184 more books, or more B. Okay. So the first thing I want to figure out is what is here? What is here? And I know I have 17 shelves and 25 in each. So that would make it very simple. That's 25 times 17. So let's go ahead and solve. Knowing what I do about multiplication, I know I can split 25 into 20 and 5, and 17 into 10 and 7. 20 times 10 is 200. 10 times 5, 50. 20 times 7, 140. And 5 times 7 is 35. You can always slow down and make sure you're multiplying correctly. If you need to write 20 times 10 on the inside of each box, 5 times 10, that's totally fine as well. 7 times 20, 5 times 7. Okay. So now we're going to take these numbers, 200, 50, 140, and 35, and we are going to stack them on top of each other and add. Looking at the ones place, 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 4 plus 3 is, well, 5 plus 4 is 9, and then 9 plus 3 is 12. 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4. So over here on her shelves, she has 425 books on shelves. Now, are we done with the problem? Nope, because don't forget, we have 184 more books that she received. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all those books on the shelves, 425 shelf books, plus that additional 184. 5 and 4 is 9. 2 and 8 is 10. 4 and 1 is 6. So all together, and I'm going to circle my number because I have a lot of numbers here, and I have to be sure I can tell my teacher what my final answer is. You should have 609 books in all. All right, let's take a look at number 3. By the way, how lucky are you guys that Mr. Parson and I are doing all these problems with you / for you? All right, please make sure you're paying attention. So the Go Far team practices every Monday and also Wednesday. They run 6 miles every practice. So the question asks, how many miles do they run all together if they train for 8 weeks? Oof. All right. So I think the easiest thing to do would be to draw out what's happening. Okay. So we have the Go Far team. They're practicing every Monday and Wednesday. So they have Monday, Wednesday. That makes 1 week. And each time they practice, they run 6 miles. 6. But they don't run just 1 week. They run more than 1 week. So they run a second week, Monday, Wednesday. They run a third week. Oops. Oh my gosh. Way to write week backwards, Ms. Yao. Okay, week, Monday, Wednesday. They run a fourth week. I'm going to run out of colors. Monday, Wednesday. They run a fifth week. Oh my gosh, you see where I'm going with this, right, guys? Fifth week, Monday, Wednesday. Seventh week, I'm almost there. Monday, Wednesday. And an eighth week. Oh my goodness. Eighth week, Monday, Wednesday. Excuse me. And every time they practice, every single time they run 6 miles. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, and 6. Whew. So they ran for 8 weeks, 6 miles each time on Monday and Wednesday. And that is all beautifully represented here. So now, what we could do is, there's many different ways we can solve this. We can take, well, each week, 6 and 6 is 12. So I can count by 12s. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84. Or I could just skip count by 6s. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, and the spider says 42, 48, 54, 60, 66, 72. All right, I'm at 72. Now I'm going to figure out the next number. 78. This would be 78 right here. 78 plus 6. 8 plus 6 is 14. 7 plus 1 is 8. So 84 would be the total. 84 miles all together. All right, last but not least, we have our weekly riddle. Why didn't the turkey finish his dessert? They're all going to be Thanksgiving themed until Thanksgiving break. Okay, why didn't the turkey finish his dessert? Because he was stuffed. How macabre. He was stuffed. Like with stuffing. Because that's how you prepare. Oops, he was stuffed. Miss Yao was saying stuffing and then lost her train of thought.